Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about is fear writing your story. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Figuring It Out in Our 20s, and today's topic is fear driving your story? Let's go. So guys, today's topic is fear driving your story? And I was thinking about it, like, what do you really want to be? What do you actually want to be? You want to be really great, you want to be really big, you want to be really successful, but we most of the time we just put our expectations really low, and we're like, I'll just go with that, I could just be basic. And this is really big for me, because I've been able to turn down big goals, big things that I want to be, by letting fear write my story, and just aiming way low than what we should be able to achieve, and just limiting our expectations, and just going for the easy way, because we're using fear as a thing to make us be like, I don't think I could really get that, So guys, I got an idea for this topic today from one of my favorite podcasts, which is In Hindsight, and this specific podcast is called Who's Writing the Story Anyway? And I've been listening to a lot of these podcasts in hindsight, when I go to bed, when I'm walking to school, after my run. It's just so peaceful, and it's so nice to hear. And so what he specifically said that really made me feel empowered was, this is what it says: fear tells you to be nonchalant, you're really interested in somebody or in something, you really like them or you like something, and then you're just acting super nonchalant. That's why you push them away, because you're fearful. What if I do love? What if I show my interest in it? Does it come back to me? So we've normalized being nonchalant in things that we want, right? I'm gonna use liking somebody. You like someone and you like them so bad, they feel really this is the type I want to be with, right? But you're are they really gonna want me back? So you push them away, and you're I don't really want them, even when you see them, you just ignore them. You don't want you push them away, and the reason why you push them away is not because you don't like them, it's just because you fear rejection. You don't want to be rejected, and your embarrassment, and using the fear. What if they're not going to reject you? What if the dream job that you want to be, what if that dream job is not going to reject you? What if? But you've normalized using fear and pushing it away, and the more you just push it away, you're pushing your blessings away, and having fear drive your life. So again, the question says, who is writing your story anyway? Are you writing your own story, or is fear holding the pen? So yeah. So some other things from the podcast was, you assume people are talking negatively about you all the time, and then you use assumptions out of protection, right? Most of the time when people stare at you somewhere and people just look at you, the first thing you assume is negative, right? The first thing that comes to you is the negatives. You never think of the positives. You're always are they looking at my outfit, do I look horrible today? Are they judging me? Are they mean? You always think of the negative things, and this is just part of fear being in our lives, and just using the negatives. What if this person is just amazed by your outfit, amazed by your makeup, amazed by your look? We never think of that. We just go straight up for the negatives and the negative things, and these assumptions are just ways to protection. What if you woke up in the morning and just feel instead of fear, have love? Think about how the universe is working things towards you. The universe is working for you. People stare at you, you think they're just appreciating my outfit, and we could just fear limits us for so many things, from living a really amazing day. From a great day, you just end up having a really terrible day by thinking of all the negatives and just piling them up and up and up as you go on with your day. So guys, sometimes it's just good to replace naive with fear. Just act so something else is that fear is impatient. Sometimes life could just be slow. Nothing big is happening in your life. It's just slow. Maybe you're cooking some big things in your life, but not at the moment. Nothing's happening yet. In these moments, fear tries to come in. It fills silence with the loudest possibilities and with the ugliest ones. It thinks of the baddest thing that would ever happen, the least of the things you want to happen to your life. And fear is really impatient, and it just drives you in these cycles when you just have to be sometimes a little bit, tiny bit naive. Just pretend you don't know. I just don't know, because fear forces an answer, forces you to know something, and forces a possibility. Sometimes you just don't know what's gonna happen, and instead of fear, you could fill it up with the greatest possibilities. Because other things, like life is a mindset, and you could push good things towards you. You could love life, and life would love you back and push the greatest things towards you. So assumption is it's like fear uses assumption, like you assume the worst thing. And we have to live life open. We don't know what's going to happen. We can think of the positives, but we cannot focus on fear and just focus on getting the worst. I was going to say something, but like, we can be open-minded to great things and not just let fear big things for us. There's so much potential that we have, that we could actually make it work. And there's something that is said over here. Yeah, so fear writes from the old chapters. Fear thinks of maybe a time back when you lost, a time back when you didn't succeed, a time back that you did something. Fear picks from that. It picks from the losses you've had back in the past, and it magnifies it. And it tells you, see, last time you lost, you're not going to get it again. And that's why we need to shut. We're not going to use our past experiences to determine our future achievements, because our future is a blank page and we're starting it afresh, and we get to determine what's going to be in that future page, right? So guys, let's replace love. Let's replace fear with love, because love listens and observes and understands. Love asks. Love lets the silence and breathe. Instead of fear causes drama. It rushes to fill the silence. But if you focus on love, we wait for the clarity. We don't rush to assumptions. And imagine how much life could change if you just feel life with love. Love everywhere you are, just seeing the best possible outcomes. Seeing the best, like just dreaming of the best possible outcomes. Thinking of the best from people, wherever people are around you. Thinking them pushing it the best for you, and just seeing love out of every situation. There's so much that we could get, because life is a blank book. Your future is blank. You get the chance to write it. You don't have to let fear do that for you, because there's so much possible outcomes. There's so much things that would happen, and you are your own author of your own book. So guys, in 2026, we're replacing fear with love. We're loving every moment. We're going to believe that the life loves us, the universe loves us, and it does things in our favor. Everything around us is in our favor. And we're going to be a little bit, tiny, insy bit naive, but it's for the best. Our future is a blank page, and we have a pen that writes, and we could write it down. We're not going to let fear choose our future. We're going to be successful. We are successful. We are incredible. I'm a successful engineer, and that's it. That's what's written on my page. And I'm not going to focus on the negatives, and love is going to fill our life. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time, and stay tuned for another episode for figuring it out in our 20s. Bye.